Good.
Senior Nolan Sailors from Omaha, second team All Big East selection last year. We'll open for questions.
How shocked were you when you found out you'd be indoors today? That's my question.
I mean, I figured
The
we'd be
sun's
indoors.
shining. I figured that's enough of a reason.
Yeah, it's been different the past years. We've been outside, like towards January, but yeah, it's a lot colder this year than it has been. So hopefully, the warm comes back once season starts. So yeah.
Just based off of, last year was a strange year. Like, there's no really other way to describe it. You guys were really dynamite in the midweek against some really high caliber teams, and then it just didn't come together in the weekend series. How much time have you spent thinking about just kind of the enigma of what last year was?
Yeah, kind of at the end of the year last year, I thought about it a lot. Just kind of like what went wrong, what happened, and this year, kind of like thought, what can we do better about that situation? How can we get through like the weekend games instead of just doing good on midweeks? We can get through the conference play and do good all the way through conference.
Does it give you and maybe your leadership core, the guys who went through it, a level of belief that maybe wouldn't exist in a season like that because of the way it was put together in one phase of the year but not the other, I guess?
I don't really think we put too much pressure like on last year. I don't really put too much thought on the last year's season. I think this year's a new season, and we're trying to focus more on this season than we did in the past because we got a group of new guys that are going to help us too. So I think we're just trying to, not put too much pressure on last year, not put too much focus, and place all of our importance on how we could do good this year.
I think the obvious one is what was kind of your thought process that led to your decision to come back?
Yeah, I think I love all these guys that are here. I love them all. I mean, I've been here for 4 years with guys like Tate Gillen, Ben North, Kyle, and Dom, and I really want to come back. I didn't really want to miss out on my last year here. Yeah, I didn't want to, like I just said, miss out on these guys.
Nolan, how have you tried to work on just embracing that leadership role as an upperclassman? Coach said it's something that you kind of stand out as one of the guys who can take on that role. So how has it been something you worked on?
Yeah, I think each year I've grown in that like area of being like a leader on the team because like freshman year I kind of just thrown into it. Sophomore year a little bit more of a role. Junior year a bigger role. And now obviously this year I got a bigger role with these guys. But we got guys like Tate Gillen and Will McLean who are really good vocal leaders, so I don't have to do too much in that situation. But I think I kind of lead by example. I kind of do things the right way. So I kind of just like let those guys take over as like the vocal leaders and kind of just do my own thing.
You kind of mentioned right there the style of player that you are tends to spark, the team through the play. Is that kind of what you feel most comfortable leading by? Is just by making plays and getting the guys going in games that way?
Yeah, I'm not the type of guy who'll like get into guys, yell at guys to try to push them harder. We obviously have guys like that, but yeah, I think I just showing like I remember being as freshmen, I looked up to guys like Andrew Makes, Jack Grace, and see how they do things. And I try to do it the same way, just give it my all every single day, do things the right way.
What's it been like with Mark here, Coach Kingston here, and trying to welcome them into the program while Coach Purvis is leaving on his way out?
It's been awesome. I mean, I've gotten real good connections with these three new coaches, and I mean they fit in great. They started doing things the same way we've done things all 3 years. So I think it's been a great transition for them.
Is there any extra pressure knowing that it's Coach Service's last season? How are you guys trying to balance that to like get to your goals, but also try and make it special for him?
I don't think it's too much of a difference in the past years. I mean, we all give our all for that guy every single season, every game. So I think maybe towards the end of the year this year we'll kind of like think about it more and put more. And we won't necessarily put more pressure on ourselves, but more importance on him in these last games for him.
You mentioned that the coaching staff, the new additions, have kind of done a good job assimilating to what you guys are doing. But what have you seen them bring in terms of like what new approaches or just things that have stood out to you about more?
I think it's kind of just a different way of baseball. I mean, these guys came from like SEC ball, so they know a little bit like kind of different things than like other coaches would know. They've seen a lot more. So I think they definitely bring a different, like Mike Current brings a different way of like hitting, kind of like knows a lot in that sort of aspect. Kingston knows a lot too. And I know Mole's doing a great job with these pitchers.
Anything else for Nolan? All right.
Sweet. Thanks guys.
Thanks.